So often, we find ourselves tightly clutching onto negative emotions and attachments that no longer serve us, hindering our growth and happiness. These can be childhood trauma, grudges against people who have said or done unkind things to us, past career or relationship failures, regrets, or unnecessary worries about people's judgment of us, or worrying about the future. As someone with her fair share of humbling life experiences, I have a truckload of stuff that I need to let go. And after all these years, and now that I'm a mom, I'm still not completely done offloading, but I am nearly there. There is already a lot of advice out there about mental wellness and the art of letting go, but none of these worked too well for me. So today, I want to go beyond and share with you unusual but practical tips that are tailored to people with different preferences, and some of these have worked really well for me. A disclaimer here is that I am not a counselor or a therapist or anything in that realm. I'm simply speaking from my own personal experiences and experiments, and I hope you can find some of these therapies helpful for you. Let's dive in. Number 1. Expressive writing and letter destruction therapy. First of all, let's not confuse journaling and expressive writing because there is a difference. Journaling is a broader practice that involves writing about daily experiences, reflections, goals, ideas, and gratitude. While it can also involve emotional expression, it is not just that. Expressive writing, however, involves writing about deeply personal and emotional experiences, thoughts, and feelings. The objective is to express, explore, and process emotions related to specific events to gain insights and promote emotional healing. In a study published in the Journal of Clinical Psychology by Smith, J.M., participants who engaged in expressive writing about stressful or painful events experienced improved physical and psychological well-being compared to those who did not engage in expressive writing. So grab a pen and paper, or you can also do this digitally, and write down all those pent-up emotions, grudges, or regrets that you've been holding on to. Pour your heart out and let it all out. No one but you will see this, so go crazy because no one is here to judge. Once you're done, do not file it. If you did it digitally, print out a copy. Now, some people like to read it out first before the next step, but I don't like doing that because I don't want to relive those emotions again. Next, decide how you want to destroy this letter with all those negative emotions. You can either shred it if you have a shredder at home, or you can cut it and rip it into pieces. But the thing is, before you do that, I have done the ripping approach in high school, but it didn't work for me because it turns out that my two best friends decided to pick up the ripped pieces from the trash can and taped everything back together so they could actually read what I wrote in my diary. So another way you can choose to destroy the letter is to burn it. If you decide on this method, just find a safe and controlled outdoor space such as a fire pit, a fireplace, or your BBQ stove. Light a match and burn the letter. If you want to do this in your kitchen, please remember to temporarily disable your fire alarm, and that's me speaking from experience. I often like to collect small twigs and leaves and throw those into the BBQ stove as well, because during that process of walking in nature and finding these items is also a soothing exercise that calms my energy. Now, as the items are burning in front of you, take a deep breath and observe the flames consuming each leaf, each twig, and your letter. Look at how those negative emotions get destroyed. Swear a little or a lot if you want to during the burning process, or let out evil laughs, or cry your eyeballs out if you want. Put on some music to dramatize the effect if you want to get to the bottom of it and do a complete emotional house clean. Now, tell yourself that you are symbolically releasing and letting go all of this anger, this sadness, this pain, and all of your worries, and visualize all the weight lifting off your shoulders. You may experience a sense of closure or resolution. Tell yourself that this ritual is good for your self-love because you are now making space for positivity, growth, and new beginnings. Don't forget to take your time because you can't rush through this ritual. Plan ahead and schedule this in your calendar regularly. if that is what you need. 2. Pet therapy or pet-assisted therapy. This only works well if you have a loving and patient pet that has a good relationship with you. Non-domestic pets such as snakes, lizards, turtles, fish, and insects might not be as effective. An article published in Harvard Health Publishing titled "The Health Benefits and Risks of Pet Ownership" states that spending time with animals has been shown to decrease levels of the stress-related hormone called cortisol and lower blood pressure. Other studies have found that animals can reduce negative emotions, increase feelings of social support, and uplift your mood. So whether you own a dog, a cat, a bird, or a guinea pig, interacting with them can provide you with comfort, reduce stress, and increase feelings of happiness. This is why domestic animals are also called companion animals. Now, take a moment to lie next to your furry friend or hold them, pet them, groom them, walk them, or simply play with them. While you're doing this, and if you want, go ahead and gently talk to them about the issues that you cannot resolve, or share your negative emotions as if they were your therapist. Just let it all out, and it is okay to cry. The unconditional love and non-judgmental companionship of your pets can have a profound effect on helping you let go of negative emotions while promoting mental well-being. Recognize that your negative emotions are choices that you make, which means you can also make a different choice and look on the bright side of things rather than focusing on the negative. This is especially true when the events have already happened and you cannot change history except to learn from it and do it better next time. I especially find pet therapy helpful, but only on the days when my dog is also having a good day. I like to talk to my dog as if he were human, and simply let his responses or calming presence soothe and heal my soul. There are times when he is antisocial and would actually walk away when I lie next to him. So on those days, I will have to use other methods in this video. But provided the right conditions, pet therapy can be very therapeutic. 3. Korean drama therapy. I know this sounds quite absurd, but for me, it really works well. I actually only started watching romantic and fantasy Korean drama like 6 months ago. If you want to let go of a romantic relationship, I believe this method can be effective for 2 reasons. They are almost like adult cartoons, and they are very original and particularly refreshing because of the naivete of the storyline and characters. The good guys are simply angelic, and they're also very good looking. And for the bad guys, you can tell them from a mile away. It is so simple, and I think that's a big plus if you're already stressed out from your negative emotions and when your brain is simply not braining. K-drama, romantic, and fantasy series can often transform you into another world and can be very addictive. And I find them to be very different from Western series because there always seems to be something good or inspiring in their messaging. It makes you forget about your anger or sadness, while at the same time giving you hope that love is there to be found at the right time, and love almost always wins. My favorites so far include Goblin, My Love from the Star, and The Alchemy of Souls, which I just finished watching on Netflix. 4. Combat sports therapy. This is especially effective if your negative emotions are geared towards a person, such as your business partner or your boss or your colleague. Because you can visualize your coach being this person and you can just beat the crap out of him or her. Engaging in kickboxing, martial arts, Muay Thai, or other forms of combat sports can provide an outlet for releasing pent-up anger, frustration, or stress in a controlled and structured environment. Physical movements such as kicking, punching, and striking techniques require focus, and thus you have to be very present at the moment. And this can help redirect your attention away from negative emotions and stress and promote a sense of mental clarity and relaxation while engaging in physical fitness exercises that release endorphins or the happy chemicals in the brain. I find combat sports much more effective than jogging, swimming, using the rowing machine, or simply doing weights, because these other exercises do not need your full concentration, so I often find myself still thinking and then trapped in negative thoughts that I want to let go. I don't find these exercises as effective in terms of letting go negative emotions when compared with hitting a moving target with acquired technical skills like kickboxing or Muay Thai. Number 5. Rock climbing therapy. I have discovered that this sport works particularly well for me because not only does it require my full mental attention, but there is also a clear goal, which is to reach the top. So the sense of accomplishment is also there, and it boosts my self-confidence as well. Similar to combat sports, rock climbing needs intense mental focus, and is also an equally strenuous full-body workout that can completely tire you out at the end of the session and make you sleep better at night. This is by far one of my favorite therapies to let go of negative emotions and negative thinking. Just climb your sadness and anger and pain away. This can be especially effective if you're climbing outdoors in nature, because you notice that your problems suddenly just seem so much smaller in the overall bigger scheme of things called Mother Nature. The downside is, however, it takes time to plan in advance, as I personally find it a lot more fun to rock climb with at least one other friend or an instructor, well, preferably with a group of friends for that social element. And this is especially true if you are a beginner for safety reasons. There are many indoor climbing parks as well if you are more experienced and want to spend some time alone, which can also be equally effective. Number 6. Forest therapy. Take a mindful stroll through nature and immerse yourself in the healing power of the forest. Forest bathing, also known as Shinrin-yoku, is a Japanese practice that involves spending time in nature and mindfully connecting with the environment. Pay attention to the different forms and color shades of the trees, the shapes of the flowers, the shrubs, the streams, and the waterfalls around you. Look at the veins on a leaf. Observe when butterflies hover over a flower. Listen to the little stream and look at how the water runs through the rocks. Notice how the sun casts shadows, and listen to the leaves rustling in the breeze. Breathe in the crispy, fresh air and enjoy the landscape and the views. Realize that you're only a very small part coexisting with nature, so don't let yourself be blinded or too bothered by impermanent issues, which includes your negative emotions and negative thinking. Unless it is about life and death, the negative emotions that are bothering you are likely not too detrimental in the overall scheme of things. Make space for happiness by releasing space for your sorrows. 7. Tree therapy. This is similar to forest therapy, but it is more specific. It is intended for those who don't live close to a forest. Go to a park or a garden and simply find a tree that speaks to you. Take a seat beneath its branches, close your eyes, and take a deep breath, and visualize your worries and burdens, and place them all on the leaves of this tree. As you exhale, imagine the wind gently blowing away your burdens on these leaves, freeing you from their weight and cleansing your soul. Feel the serenity and strength of the tree on your back, knowing that Mother Nature's got you, and that it is time to let go and start over. As you breathe in the fresh air, repeat the mantra, I surrender to what is. Embrace the truth that some things are just beyond our control, and by accepting that, we free ourselves from their burdensome weight. Feel free to bring your Kindle or listen to calming music or meditate under the tree after this ritual. Extending the time that you spend in nature has also proven to calm turbulent minds and reduce negative thoughts and emotions. Number 8. Plant therapy. This approach is like a miniature version of the tree therapy. It uses plants to promote physical, mental, and emotional well-being and includes activities such as planting greens and flowers, gardening, making terrariums, and floral arrangements. These activities provide opportunities to engage in sensory experiences, connect with nature, and develop new skills. Plant therapy has been shown to improve mental health and emotional well-being. The sights, sounds, smells, and textures of plants and flowers can stimulate the senses and create a soothing atmosphere. and this contributes to stress reduction and facilitates emotional healing. And as the scale of the plants and flowers and terrariums are small, this therapy can be adopted in various settings, including in homes, offices, schools, rehab centers, nursing homes, and hospitals. I especially love ordering flowers to the home every week, and I find it very relaxing to slowly unwrap them, take each one out, cut them, prepare a vase with water, and just play around with the arrangement. Plant therapy is well suited for all ages because it offers gentle exercises and movements. According to Science Direct's Preventive Medicine Report, numerous research support the effectiveness of horticultural therapy or plant therapy in improving cognitive function, reducing stress, depression, anxiety, promoting positive psychological effects, improving sleep quality and overall well-being, and even treating mental health issues. It is also proven to be very helpful for people with mental health disorders as well, and it can benefit individuals with physical disabilities as well as older adults with chronic conditions. Certified horticultural therapists or plant professionals trained in therapeutic gardening can provide guidance and structure in implementing activities for healing purposes. And there you have it, my friends. 8 unusual tips to help you let go of your negative emotions and negative thinking. Remember that letting go is not an easy task, but it is a transformative one. It's a journey of self-discovery and liberation, where we shed the layers that no longer serve us and make room for growth and happiness. Try these tips and see which ones work for you, then adopt them to your own healing journey and witness the incredible power of letting go of negativity and past hurtful emotions. If you have tried other methods that you think are helpful, please share them with me below so we can inspire each other. Thank you for joining me today and see you in my next video. Bye!